Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Talking Hole Live. Before we go any further, just know that for background ambiance, I hired my parents to just talk in the background of this one. If it sounds like they're doing a Baldur's Gate 3 gaming commentary, I told them to do that. This is all part of the grand plan. So, just enjoy, because I'm going to be focusing on the promo, so it's going to be a little silent, so I hope that my parents will kind of fill in the empty noise, and that's what they're going to do. So, they totally can. I've done this before where you guys are sitting there, and they can definitely hear you. This is a very advanced microphone on a MacBook. Okay, I'm behind. God damn it. And the reason I'm late today is because I'm actually focusing on a video. Now, people always talk about how serious my videos always are and how I never joke around about anything, which is very true. And this next video is extremely serious, and I want to do my due diligence because I found out that this subject, and again, I'm likely putting myself at risk of a cease and desist anyways. So if I'm going to do that, I want to have a well-researched video that'll get me a cease and desist. So that's the plan. But it is interesting, because I think that what is very important to me is being able to exercise the ability of open criticism towards companies. So hopefully they'll be chill about it. I've seen the Skittles Twitter account have some criticism levied at them for the Pride Month white Skittles, and instead of suing the tweeter, they just sent a letter to them, you know, a DM or whatever. A modern version of a letter, which is, of course, a Twitter DM. That's what it's become. And they just went, hey, sorry that you feel differently about the whole Skittle thing. You want a free bag of Pride Skittles? And that's it, you know, which was very funny. The guy didn't like their Pride Skittles, so they offered him a free bag of Pride Skittles. But that's still better than getting their lawyers out. So hopefully that will happen instead of the first thing I mentioned. Now, let me focus on this epic promo. Let's see. Oh, whenever I put a number, I'm trying to put the pound sign, it just turns into a hashtag, so let's see. What is this? Is this the fifth one, I think? 1, 2, yeah. No, this has to be the fifth one. Wait, no, it's not. Yeah, no, it is. Okay, pardon me. Okay, good. Do that. Do this. I'm not sure if this one will be that long, because I don't have anything very well planned, but if we get into good conversation, we'll see, because the thing about each talking hole is you never know how deep each hole's going to get. I mean, there are some holes that are only 30 minutes deep, and then sometimes you think you're going into just a small little anthill, or a little anthill hole, and you realize that there's so much deeper of a cavern than meets the eye, and we end up talking for 2.5 hours. So, you never know. In order to understand what's even going on, I need to pop chat open. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, cool. Monkey type shit says W parents, the claps. Oh shit, are you hearing Oh. That's because I forgot to, it automatically plays. How am I supposed to fucking, oh wait, I did the wrong thing. Shit. There. Fuck you, buddy. They're in my brain. Whoops. Well, that's okay. Let me see. Welcome to the Talking Hole Live. Before we go any further, just know that, yeah, it actually makes the stream better. I'm 100% in support of that. It is so worth it, too. Every time a new viewer comes in, their first impression is me personally applauding them, you know? I'm digitally applauding these guys. So, that's fine. And just know that applause was still for you, for coming here early to the stream and grinning and bearing your way through the annoying applause. So, the applause was in celebration of you tolerating the applause. All right. I'm pretty sure I got schizophrenia from that. No, trust me, I don't even have an applause asset on my computer right now. I don't know what you're even talking about. It must be in your head. But monkey type shit, nice to see you again. I'd like to applaud you for showing up. There you go. And unfortunately, I don't have too much planned. I realize I blew my entire load yesterday. I had 5 subjects prepared. What even were the 5 subjects? JD Vance's Halloween costume, where he dressed up as the meme, the iPhone meme that got that guy detained. That was hilarious. I remember there was a tweet response to that picture, and I'm like, I think the fact that JD Vance is hilarious is going to doom this country. And I'm like, I don't know about that, but I'm glad he was able to, I don't know, what else could he have been for Halloween? What would have been boring? A ghost? That'd have been stupid. Well, now I'm just thinking about the classic Ku Klux Klan Halloween ghost costume joke, and it's not even funny. But how are you doing? How's it? And one thing I wrote down for the stream for today is, and this is literally word for word what I wrote in my notes app. Ask me a question, because I think a great way to start something is, for one, I've just been having tunnel vision. I wanted to get through all of the open tabs on my browser in web exploring mode, and unfortunately, instead of doing that, instead of focusing on viewers, I was just busy doing that. So, ask me a question. I'm sure at this point, I know you DM me just randomly on the fly, on your own time, Mr. Shit, but I would still like for you to blow your best load and give it your best shot and just send me a question. It can be stupid, but I will try to answer it as seriously as possible, because that's what the talking hole is about. It's not just about me talking, it's about you typing. Anything? That's your question? Yes, ask me anything. And also, Monkey Type Shit missed Mr. Gecko last stream. So, Mr. Gecko, you showed up like half a second ago. This is great because I told you this yesterday, but you've been missed. That's great. You guys really like each other. It's interesting because personality-wise on the stream, the two of you are complete opposites. Mr. Gecko is the kind of TikTok attention span, crazy, small, kind of like an immature child, who is constantly pretending to explode and doing bits. And Monkey Type Shit is like the teenage skeptic, like the emo kid constantly on her phone. Are we done yet? That type of thing. And it's nice that the two of you can connect despite your extremely different philosophies on life and this stream. Monkey Type Shit says, the goat himself, and Mr. Gecko responds, I'm not a goat, I'm a gecko. Classic catchphrase. I wish I could pin comments right now, but I can't because I'm on my stupid phone for chat. Okay. I'm only positive when shit's negative. Is shit negative right now? I think stuff's at least 60% positive, maybe 55% positive. Well, it's cool that opposites attract, because I will say, I think Monkey Type Shit takes it upon him or herself to be as negative as possible, just so that I think yesterday Monkey Type Shit was feeling the imbalance, because normally Mr. Gecko's here, and Mr. Gecko's able to say a positive thing after a negative thing. Man, this stream's stupid. Why is Brian's nose so small? And then Mr. Gecko will go, I'm a gecko, I'm going to explode, and then it's positive, and then it turns the whole thing around. And it did feel weird yesterday, it did. That's partially why I kind of had tunnel vision, where it's like I knew what the chat was going to be. I knew it was going to be either Monkey Type Shit doing a thing, or it was going to be the Rocky guy, the Mikhail McHale guy, just asking to see my asshole, which is what he does every stream. Or trying to defend the horse porn allegations, which we all know are true. What are we talking about today? Well, that's the crazy thing about a talking hole. Because it's a hole, you don't even know what's going to be inside the hole. Maybe nothing. Maybe it'll be a hollow hole. So far, it's been pretty hollow. I've just been talking about nothing. But the thing is, I gotta hate, but can't hate too much. No, I feel like it's been just the right amount. It's been, for one, it's constructive criticism, and two, I don't know, man. You seem to be hating with an air of fun. Like, whenever you hate, I can just imagine you behind your keyboard secretly giggling in the background. Mr. Gecko says there was so much horse porn. This is going to probably push me to the front page of YouTube's algorithm thing, and I'm probably going to get recommended. Because they scan chat as well as the actual stream, so keep commenting horse porn stuff, and you never know, we might go viral. Did you hear about that one guy making an Odyssey movie? Odyssey? Like Space Odyssey? Are they making 2003 a Space Odyssey? Finally. Took them long enough. I think I know what you're talking about, though. Well, we can go into web exploring mode. I know that it's going to be a big event. It's going to be... That's the thing about Mr. Nolan. He does the Oppenheimer stuff. And the Oppenheimer thing, it was interesting because it was not cringe. It wasn't like a really bad cultural event, like the F1 movie. That movie sucked. But I don't know. I think I know what I'm going to get with each Christopher Nolan movie. But I don't know. I mean, he's finally having a movie take place before the year like 1980 something. So I think it's the most different movie so far. It's going to come out in like, what, 5 years? I did not spell that right. 2026. Huh. Interesting. Ever since, what is it? what is that fucking movie? The Lighthouse. Robert Pattinson and Good Time. Robert Pattinson's gotten a lot of good gigs, I think. Oh my god, what's her name? Zimbabwe? Forgot what her name was, but it's going to be a lot of Christopher Nolan type actors. This guy's like only in Christopher Nolan movies these days. Whoever the fuck this is. Who is this bitch? All right, I don't know who any of these people are. Who's Christopher Nolan? He's so irrelevant. Okay, well, that's the wrong. I keep clicking the wrong tabs. OBS, every button is like a centimeter wide. Ian 30, getting blessed with these streams, my team. Oh, thank you, Ian. You're a little too positive. Mr. Shit, you're up. Comment, make a hate comment. You gotta bully just the right amount. It's just really cognitively dissonant when people are actually in support of this very lazy stream. Again, I have nothing prepared today. Nothing. Hey, YouTube. Oh, wow, I've been missing out on a lot. Again, all 4 of you, -1, because I have to be in the chat myself in order to see anything that people are commenting. Feel free to ask me a question. Brian, it's muted. Yeah, okay, all right, okay. It is actually impressive on a technical level how you guys are able to all band together simultaneously to try and fool me. That's funny. I am not... You guys are very, very funny. I'm gonna go on the stream myself, and you guys are gonna see how wrong you are. You guys are gonna hear. I gotta hate. I know what you're talking about, though. Well, shut up. I know for a fact it wasn't muted, and it was never muted. That's the thing about Mr. Nolan. I can hear my shrill voice, all 80 decibels of it. You guys are very, very funny. Yeah, nice one. Thinking my stream's muted. Get the fuck out of here. We're so in the trenches, bro watches his own stream. Yeah, you did this to yourselves. You're making these facetious, complete, ridiculous Alex Jones conspiracy theory, QAnon, Pizzagate claims about my stream that it's supposedly muted, which it never was. Nice try. Conspiracy theories are never correct, ever. Oh, hello, Oxen Guerra. I don't know what really to call you because you have so many dead names. So, you were Mikhail, you were... What is his name? Filbert or whatever. Like you were 5 different names, and now you switched your name again. Make up your mind. So I'm just gonna call you Rocky because I think that's what your main Insta account is. So I'm just gonna call you that. Okay, so I'm gonna go through chat and we're gonna skip through all of the muted bullshit. Oh shit, I'm gonna explode. Explosion emoji. Well, say goodbye to Mr. Gecko, or I guess at least this iteration of him. He'll come back in like 2 minutes. What is he saying? Brian should go to UC San Diego. No, if I went there, I think the entire culture would actually make my nips explode. I've been told the culture there is very toxic and fucked up. Is that where you're going? I pray for you. Just start streaming on Twitch. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. We should probably just look, fuck it. If I'm not gonna do it now, I'll probably forget later. How to make an account on Twitch. Fuck you, Gemini. There we go. On the official twitch.help.tv. Okay, cool. I do think I have let me see if I actually have an account, huh? Let's see. Is it gonna show my password? Okay, cool. You guys don't even know. You guys are gonna have to read my fingers. Fuck you, buddy. You've disabled the ability. Is that just because of the Wesley Willis community guidelines thing? Again, this was like 8 years ago. All right, well, I'm just going to have this tab open so I can remember. And this is for the video that we're making.
You're home for the holidays, back in your old room.
15. Okay, cool. That's all I needed. All right, let's go back to chat and let's take a look-see here. Bro dead ass a 40-year-old. Listen, anybody over 40 doesn't even know what Twitch is, all right? Get with the times. I know for a fact that I am at least exhibiting 26-year-old behavior. It's fine. Braincase2@gmail.com. Yeah, feel free to send me anything. I'm trying to get you guys to ask me questions so we can start talking within the talking hole, because I know one thing will lead to another, and I'll have so much to talk about, and then we go to web exploring mode. Again, this right here is the vegetables. This is dessert. And I think yesterday we kind of overloaded you guys with fructose yesterday. We went straight to the dessert when, again, we got to make it natural. And I was just kind of half ignoring the chat the whole time. That's bad. Okay, paper123 as password. Oh yeah, why don't you put my actual password in there? Which you could very easily do. I think you did know my actual address. So in that case, very likely, I'll change my password if you put my password in there, but give it a shot. Give it your best shot. Mr. Gecko misses his daughter. Mr. Gecko says, okay, remember that. You know, giving away someone's Gmail address, it's really not that bad. I think I made the same claim with the phone number. I mean, I put my phone number out there so people can call in, right? That's not weird, right? I know people just don't like getting called, but I put my phone on silence every night anyway, so it's not like it even affects me. I mean, and I have tons of random Chinese scammers claiming that my Honda warranty is expired. They call me all the time. So if I mix in a couple YouTube incels in there, well, what's really the harm? Rocky, excuse me, says, I kind of take it as a compliment. All the girls say I look like... Yeah, okay, you know what? Let's get into this here. Because it's very interesting, because there's what monkey type shit does, which is a healthy level of internet obsession. I'm not saying that you're a psychopath, Rocky, but I'm just going to show you your private DMs with me. And I don't know, it's just questions like these I don't like. And I've told you on DMs that I despise ethnicity questions and shit like that. But I mean, okay, let's start here. I mean, listen, the cool positive. Let's start with the positive first, all right? Good, and then to weird. Good, from good to weird. A lot of your awesome story mentions that I have been reposting are just of clips that you find funny, and you've claimed in DMs that you've been deprived of streaming content. Well, here you go. And I wish you were a student at my school. And then he talks about how the girls make it better. Hashtag boob watch, hashtag titty peeper. But he sent me another clip, and then I love it when you shout, okay? Again, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but we're getting into just slight Elliott Smith Redditor territory. And then and then he goes into what is your ethnicity. Now, this is not an elaborate bit. This is not in the style or the cadence of any bit had on the Brian Case the Non-Virgin YouTube channel. What this is a guy who wants to get to know more about me. And that's good. But I also think that I've had so many interactions with people before like this. Eli, Evan, 5 other people with random-ass usernames with numbers in them that I can't even name. Like, whenever I see stuff like this, it's always a red flag. It's not inherently bad, and perhaps this guy's normal, but just know I'm not, like, if you look at my responses, it's not entirely, I'm not, like, really, serious. And, but I will take it a compliment that you wish I was a student at your school. That means there's something about what's going on here, and you really, really, really want to be in the non-virgin circle. It's fine. It's okay. But you're getting there. Monkey type shit passed all the litmus tests about a year ago. Rocky, you still have a couple more to go. Okay, let's see. And I'm only saying this because you initiated in stream by saying all the girls say I look like you. Okay, so just chill with that. Also, if you did look like, if the girls are saying that you look like me, I'm sorry, but you're doomed. You see my fucking face right now? There's craters all over the place. Bright side of the moon? Like what? I see we will be getting philosophical. Sorry for freaking you out. I'm not freaked out or anything like that. I'm just entertaining a very likely possibility, which is fine. I would like to know, one thing is, how about this? Rocky, what I'm going to do is you're going to find a chat from my main account, Good Content, and that chat is my phone number. Call that phone number, and I want to hear your voice. And if you don't call, then anybody else who wants to call me can call me. I've already given my justification as to why I'm so not concerned about my phone number. As long as it's not, you don't look that bad, don't diss yourself, thank you. I appreciate that. And again, we're all love over here, but I actually want to, let's skip all the chat. This is called the talking hole. It ain't called the typing hole. So chat's cool and all, but let's have a call in. Make sure I didn't fuck it up and I actually put my real number in there. Okay. I'll be waiting for your call, young man. so we can actually talk. It's a lot easier to get a gauge of somebody through their voice to voice, rather than, voice to screen. Everyone docks him. Wait, isn't Monkey Shit S woman? You have no idea. I've been calling him Mr. Shit, and he hasn't even corrected me once, so I'm just going to assume. That, now, a philosophical thing is when we're talking about IRL dead naming and stuff like that and assuming someone's gender as if it's the worst crime ever, I mean, think about this. Internet anonymity, what it is making specifically your gendered traits a little more invisible through, say, it can be a picture of your face, and someone says, there can be a claim that many feminists, first-wave feminists, even second-wave feminists make, that you can tell what gender someone is by the way they talk or type or what they fixate on. There are actual brain differences in how they think. You could say to a slightly lesser degree, given, say, I don't know, what's the word? Ambiguous ways of dressing or the way you apply your makeup, say, no matter what gender you are, you could say that same logic applies. And I think that it's interesting because the line is surprisingly blurred when I assume the gender of someone with an account on the internet versus assuming the gender of someone in real life. Those two are treated as very different when I don't think they're as different as people pretend it is, Is that too fucked up? I don't know. Maybe that's too fucked up. It took me forever to get through that 5-minute tangent. Only because I'm stalling for time because I'm waiting for Rocky to call me. Why don't you just fucking type the number in? And she will... My mom's doesn't want me to call strangers. Sorry, bro. Okay, well, you know what? We have Ian30 calling us instead, so hopefully we can fill in that hole. Speaking of filling in that hole, welcome a new caller, Ian30. Ian30, you've stepped through the hole gate. You are now into the hole. I would like to ask you a question. Yeah, I can hear you.
No, can they hear me?
Can they hear you? It's hard to tell. It's weird how these mics work because they filter out ambient noise, and sometimes the frequency of your voice combined with the phone speaker can make it sound like ambient white noise, but I think they hear you. They'd have to go on the stream because I'm going to just check chat and make sure they can hear you. I think we're good. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Gecko says, isn't someone supposed to call Brian? Yeah, I know, right? Mr. Gecko. And Ian, bless you. Ian, due to Rocky's incompetence and the fact that his mom cares about his well-being or whatever the hell, you are being very diligent in filling in. In fact, the timing of you calling me is perfect. It almost seems intentional. But I would like to start... You can ask me whatever questions you want, but I would like to ask you a question first. How's that film project going?
I'm still working on it. But, I've been trying to take my time.
That's good.
It's about 10.5 minutes right now, but it's going to be a lot longer.
Perfect. You're going to get tons of Kleenex ads and a bunch of other YouTube ad revenue on there. You're going to get...
I'm using I'm trying to scour and get every instance of you saying the N-word.
Perfect. Yeah, make sure to get that. I got another one for you, nigger. There you go. You can put that one in.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and again... I want to make sure that, and you can delete whatever, or actually, no, I remember I did... The clip you sent me, I did see that, and that clip was me talking about context, meaning you put my point of view about how context is important and how intent matters if someone wants to make a choice to misinterpret anything I say. So you include that, and then, of course, you put in the edit there. It's beautiful. I love the timing.
I'm being cheeky. I'm a cheeky editor.
Of course. I mean, listen, there's two cheeks involved here. You can't have a full ass without two cheeks. I bring in the cheek of dialogue, and you bring in the cheek of editing.
There's not 2 cheeks. There's 4 cheeks.
Well, who are the other cheeks? Caden and Leonard?
You have 2 butt cheeks, and I have 2 butt cheeks.
No. I'm saying the video is a singular ass, and there's 2 cheeks. Yeah. Again, because this is interviewer, interviewee.
One ass has 2 cheeks.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This video, this is not 2 videos. This is one documentary you're making, and
that's okay. I thought we were talking about the people. That's why.
Monkey type shit says no, we can't hear. Okay, yeah, nice troll, nice try, buddy. Holly.
Muted.
Yeah,
you actually were muted for a second. But
that's interesting.
You wouldn't have believed us. But
no. I definitely don't. I still don't. I'm gonna have to play it back to confirm.
For a second, you can't. It was for 10 seconds. But it was while we were telling you were muted. It was really fine. Anyway, okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
So, I was really, I don't know. What's your favorite movie of the year so far?
My movie of the year of 2025?
Yeah. Is it the same?
Yeah, I'll say this just to go through a brief chronology. It was Alex Garland's Warfare for a little bit, and then it was Ari Aster's Eddington for like maybe about 2 months until One Battle After Another came out. So
Yeah.
because I can't afford to watch every single little stinky piece of shit that Hollywood drops out of its big flaming ass every single week, I have not been able to watch everything. I haven't been able to watch Channing Tatum's Roof Man. I'm sure that one's going to be a fucking masterpiece.
That's gonna be number one if you actually do go watch it. It's pretty good.
Yes, no, I'll make sure to put that one on the back burner.
You
Perhaps.
think I'm joking? No, like for real, it's a good movie.
Okay, cool. Monkey type shit says, "Can you turn the stream's volume? Turn what? Up or down? What are you even talking about?"
I'll just talk loud.
Okay, cool. I think I'm just gonna put the phone like on my computer here, just so the mic can pick it up.
Why is One Battle After Another your favorite?
I think the way I was actually having a conversation at a party yesterday at Jonathan's party with this guy, this guy with a bald spot, and we were talking about how yes, there can be deep movies with a message, but obviously that's just paint. Paint can't just get slapped on a wall unless you're a weird French avant-garde artist. This is an allegory, but you need a canvas in order to have a painting, and the canvas is just pure enjoyment of a piece of media, and I enjoy it first and foremost, and it's very well directed. I think the messaging's interesting. I think the beginning of the movie politically, it's the book. It's the not the book. It's the hook. It's the bait and hook because you're seeing a lot of dialogue. You're seeing a lot of characters. You're seeing a lot of archetypes. You're seeing mean old military white guy who's evil, who is a sex pest, and you're seeing strong.
Okay, but he is a bad guy though, right? You understand that, right?
Yes, however,
like he's the antagonist of the movie.
What's interesting is how does he die? We're not gonna no spoilers, but I'm just you and I have both seen the movie.
The movie's been out.
Yeah, but nobody like monkey type shit probably can't even afford to go to a theater for $11. Come on, so
okay, well then they're not going to the theater.
They will after they hear us talking about it and praising the movie. This is the plug.
Yeah, fine.
You know how many people were
the movie? Why I gotta plug it?
Yeah, okay. Listen, Ian.
No, that's a real point. It's not my movie.
The main conflict between parties is the fact that the Christmas adventures began really getting into a big all-out flame war with Lockjaw. And not just that, after he captures...
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
The fact that there was an interracial relationship resulting in an interracial child, which they saw as... And not just that... After that scene, about 5 scenes later, after he captures his biological daughter, he has a heavy, and I think it's a small moment, but it's extremely important, where they have a disagreement, where the daughter, I forget what, Willa knows that her mother ratted the entire French 75 out, and she believes she's a rat. However, the thing is that every single person who works for Lockjaw and the Christmas Adventurers sees these people as scum from the get-go. However, including the scene where he barges in that, bathroom stall door, he's like, you can keep doing what you're doing. And Lockjaw he takes no actual issue. He is neutral towards the advocacy. He doesn't care about that. He is basically thirsting after this woman who he's attracted to. And
I don't understand. What point are you trying to make?
In the car with Willa, he's saying she was not a rat. She was a beautiful, strong warrior, and she fought against the weak. Isn't that an interesting line? Now, the thing is that it's not shoving it in your face, but what I like about One Battle After Another is it establishes archetypes and destroys them, and gives them nuance. When it comes to the archetype of strong,
fair.
Go ahead.
But can I? Devil's advocate, I feel like you have to make that character. You don't there's a difference between enjoying a character, or enjoying and sympathizing with the character, or just making a character compelling. You know what I mean? I feel like you spend so much time with him in the movie that if he wasn't compelling, it wouldn't be the same. You know what I mean?
No, exactly. He is definitely not a sympathetic character. What I'm saying is the root of his evil is, the root of the Christmas Adventurers' evil is the fact that they by proxy see these people as scum. But the root of evil and it's the same thing that Jordan Peele tried to do with Get Out. Right? I mean, if you remember the ending of Get Out, he was critiquing white liberals.
I don't think those movies are similar at all, really.
No, they're not, but when it comes to the messaging, it's a similar critique. When it comes to Lockjaw, the interesting reveal is that he sees Perfidia as a strong warrior who fought the weak, and that's why he was so attracted to her. He not only just sees her as a physical object, he sees her advocacy as this insane obsessive fetish of his. He's obsessed with her power, her as a black woman, and it turns into this poisonous, fucked up thing. And what I'm saying is, Lockjaw, specifically him as an individual, his problem represents another type of racism, which is obsession with black people to the point where they want them all to themselves. He does, to a degree, see her as an object, but at the end of the day, what he wants to do is to fetishize her power. Because he chooses to see her as more powerful than white guys, and because of that, he makes himself an object to her. That's why they end up making Willa in the first place, and so that's what makes his character really interesting. And they establish, and they don't reveal that straight away. They keep that tucked away under the poker hand of the game. They start off.
Yeah, I remember like the first time I watched it. Yeah, I was in the dark about what was going on, and then the second time I watched it, it was like really obvious.
Oh, Ian's on the phone. And then monkey type shit. One battle after another. Highly recommend. I know we're kind of spoiling it. I'm trying to avoid explicit spoilers, but please watch it. It's excellent. But what I'm saying is it goes in both directions too, because when it comes to Perfidia, there's the archetype of evil white military guy who just hates blacks because he's evil. And yeah, he's not sympathetic at all, and he is a pretty unpleasant and fucked up character, but the origins of his unpleasantry is literally his pro-black perspective turning into poisonous outcomes for him.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
That's interesting. That's so much more interesting than just...
Yeah, I get what you mean.
Yes.
I get what you mean.
And it goes in the opposite direction for Perfidia, because keep note, if you remember, the thing that makes the French 75 fall apart. She likes
him because forbidden fruit tastes the sweetest type shit. You know what I mean?
Yes, but when it comes to why was the French 75 busted? What happened to them? Why did things fall apart for them?
Because they were trying to rob a bank.
Yes, that is correct. Bingo. Ding, ding, ding. And the thing about that scene is it started off with them saying...
I'm jungle pussy. Sorry.
Yeah, this money I get from my artillery. But when all that stuff happens... Keep note, they're not, in the context of Thomas Pynchon's Vineland, which is the book that this movie's based off of, this is a full-on...
It's not one for one.
It's a full-on police...
Right?
Yeah, well, wait, hold on, Ian, let me finish. It's a full-on police state, and at least their actions, even though it can be considered domestic terrorism, it's for a cause, because the movie emphasizes that the people being freed here are unjustly detained people who, some of them are trying to even legally come in, some of them probably illegally, but these are peaceful immigrants that are, being detained, which is not exactly a parallel reality to what's happening right now, because, a lot of the issues that are attempting to be targeted are the malicious, violent types. But within the context of this movie, it's people who are trying to, and their intent is to peacefully come in. They're being detained unjustly. However...
Can I give my thoughts on this?
Yes, I'm almost halfway. I'm actually over halfway done. Because keep note, the line that she says after the French 75 fall apart is, "We all start fighting the revolution until motherfuckers just end up fighting themselves." And that is in reference to how she fucked the whole thing up, because the entire French 75's hubris caught up to them. That whole thing where they were basically trying to fund their artillery by just randomly robbing a bank with innocent people in it, I believe that's Paul Thomas Anderson warning about where advocacy can inevitably go to. Because people are opportunistic. Because keep note, this went from freeing unjust detained immigrants to just having a random petty bank robbery. These people didn't do anything wrong.
I think that's...
There's a noted progression. When it comes to the French 75's actions, they can all be justified with the exception of that one. And that's when things fall apart. It is the universe punishing them for acting unjustly. In fact, when it comes to... I had this discussion with Jonathan about No Country for Old Men.
Were they acting unjustly before they robbed the bank?
I think in my opinion, no. I don't believe so. I think the French 75...
So
within the context of the movie, they were acting mostly just, but the point of the movie is that at a certain point, their hubris has got the better of them, and they ended up just committing petty crimes. Could they have found a different way to fund their artillery? Yes. They very easily could have.
Maybe. I don't know.
You don't know? I have a pretty fair idea. Again, we don't know every single specific on how funding works in this universe, but we know that there are better ways than robbing a bank and putting yourself in undue danger.
It's different than, it's not, I don't think it's really trying to be what you're talking about, I don't really think it's, that big of, a statement on, shit like what's going on right now. I think that's just what the setting of the movie is.
No, I know, yeah, exactly. Well, I'm saying that it's regardless of context. Like even if Trump and his presidency didn't even exist, like this movie is based off a book that was written in the '80s. It was about
Exactly. It's kind of
and that's what I'm
it
saying.
does feel timeless.
Well, I think that
I feel like.
a lot of the statements about the movie about advocacy is very true universally. It's true of the
Yeah.
hippies in the '60s. It's true of the advocates in the '80s. It's true of the people in the '90s who were also advocating for things they believed in. But if you look through history and how advocacy works, there's always a point where it can go in undue directions. And I think my warning that I've told to people in my school is like, okay, it's good that you care about a social issue, but the clock of history tells us that inevitably advocates will become opportunistic when they're given the power. They critique those who possess the power, and then when they possess the power themselves, you'd be amazed how many people will end up just reverting back to the same tactics they themselves fought against. So, and I think that this movie calls that out, and it's a real thing that happens, and it's not a conservative talking point at all. People think I'm a conservative pundit whenever I say stuff like this.
I don't think.
But
I don't think.
but it's just me wanting advocacy to be done right, and it's like, listen, we're all greedy out here. It's not like we can't pretend like that those innate human qualities don't exist within us, but we have to be consciously aware that it happens. And because there's a lot of advocacy culture that's like, don't you dare critique the activists because they're the ones that are downtrodden. It's like, no, we got to be critical of everybody, because once they are no longer downtrodden and they have the backing of the people behind them and they have support, what the hell's going to happen then? What we've seen every single time throughout centuries and centuries of uprising against the monarchy, those who are in power become greedy themselves, and the whole damn cycle starts all over again. You know, there's no better history, or there's no better teacher than history. So I think if we look at all that, we can. I think the movie is also trying to teach us that too, because the movie is history. The movie is telling us, listen, we can't just be critiquing these guys at the top, because again, there's always a struggle to get to the top and acquire power. That's what the French 75 are trying to do, and they end up suffering that same hubris. The letter that Perfidia writes to her daughter at the end: we tried to stage the revolution and we failed. And the failure happens because Perfidia says something when their child is born. I don't care about, she puts her family second to her own self-image and her own advocacy. That's where DiCaprio's character starts really conflicting with her, and that's a mistake. And the movie shows that that's a big mistake on her part. So the whole hidden figures phenomenon of strong black woman who can do no wrong, even with getting inseminated by Lockjaw, all of that shit, she made those choices. She really took it to the next level after Lockjaw cornered her. That she fucked up, and she abused her own power as a black woman. And that is a very interesting part of the movie that I don't think a lot of other movies would ever even dare to try to do. And that's part of why I like the movie. It's also incredibly directed and written and acted, but
It's just
one battle after another, Shoebones. That's what we're talking about.
Have you seen the new Yorgos movie?
I'm actually going to see it on Tuesday. Begonia. Have you seen it? Is it any good?
No, I want to see it. I like the guy from Cometown. He's in it.
Oh, he's the he's what is he? He does look like the Redditor
I
caricature.
think he's a cop. That's what I don't know. I don't know much about the movie.
Stavros Halikidias.
He's honestly fun. I fuck with him. He's funny.
No, he looks like a Redditor caricature. I can't wait to see him. He looks awesome.
He's really it'll be good. I feel like I want to watch that movie.
We got discount movie tickets, and it's gonna be Dave, Brandon, and I, and the three of us will probably have a review of it coming out soon.
Nice. Are you doing more YouTube reviews of movies?
Yeah, every time I see a movie, unfortunately, I've not been able to release any recently because of the damn speech and debate tournament's been kicking my ass. But it went well. I'm very happy. Actually, turn this over here. These are the trophies we got. First place bronze and all that stuff. That bronze could have been a gold, but a family emergency happened right after we qualified for the finals, and the whole damn thing had to be called off. I said this last stream, but yeah, anyways. If it weren't for that stuff, I don't know. I was not putting as much focus on the speech and debate stuff, and I really wanted to just make more internet content. But it's okay. I think I'm like, hey, I went to a speech and debate tournament and it went well, and I gotta actually give myself recognition for that. It's just the entire time I was there, I was like, fuck, I'm not streaming right now, and I've made that promise to myself that I would. But if it weren't for that, I would have watched the clear and obvious masterpiece Bruce Springsteen biopic Born to Run. Sure, that would have been fucking awesome.
You're actually gonna watch that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I'm trying to catch a movie every week, but I'm not a cinema employee anymore, so I don't get them discounted tickets. But I got the AMC deal, and we're trying to kind of muster our way through. I think I have
Yeah.
maybe 30 movies under my belt this year, and we're almost at the end of it. That's a damn shame. By the end of 2024, I had watched 67 movies or something like that. So, which I'm very
Yeah.
impressed. I'm glad I was able to put that in.
How many?
67 movies.
Okay, cool.
Ian, sorry, I answered your question. I talked over you. You had a point you wanted to make, or any other questions?
Oh, no, I don't have much else. Do you think you will like the documentary when it comes out?
No, I can't wait.
It's gonna be sorry, yeah.
No, yeah, I'm gonna be very excited, and I hope that what it'll do is encourage a lot of conversation, because I know that you are very honest. You're unflinchingly honest about everything. What is a wart to someone is subjective, but I mean, if someone sees my usage of slurs as a wart, then I would love to have a discussion about it. And unfortunately, there aren't any opportunities recently to have discussions, and I feel like that's the reason I'm doing the talking hole right now, to have these types of discussions. So when you put the documentary out, I don't care how many warts are at the front or the back. I'm going to promo it. Hopefully people will watch it. If people have critiques.
Hell yeah. It's going to be, I don't think everybody's going to love it, but it's going to be like having a conversation with you.
Yeah, and
that's the feeling I'm going for.
Yes, and what makes it so much more interesting is I know what you filmed. I know when we met in the park and that other time. I already remember all that. So, but there's so much footage. I think the paper streams gives everybody so much source material. It really is. It's a crazy freaking Hardy Boys mystery to me what it's going to be when it comes out, and that's very exciting. I'm excited to see.
I still have a lot to sink my teeth into, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, I don't even remember half the shit that I posted, so it's going to be kind of a fun surprise for both you and me.
All right. Well, sounds good.
Sweet.
See you, man.
All right, sounds like a deal. Yeah, and also to follow up on that, I think I've gotten very lucky so far, because when it comes to my employment history, a lot of people I think it'll separate the real from the fake. Because there's a lot of people who I work with, at least when it comes to the jazz industry, when it comes to all that stuff, and I think I'm both lucky and unlucky to not have any conflicts when it comes to cancel culture. I'm not that famous, so that certainly helps. But also, if it were to hypothetically happen, I've had a great idea for a long time on what I'm going to do. I don't know why. I mean, the fact that very few people have done this, or the ones that have tried have failed, that concerns me a little bit. But I know that a lot of, when it comes to why did Brian say this? Why is Brian saying all this shit? It's really questions about my intent as a person. And I know my intent. I know that I am not a malicious person. And if people disagree with how my conduct is past the malice, that's fine. But I'm interested to see, at least when it comes to employment, knowing that I care about my job and I care about these kids and I care about the people I work with, how they're going to respond when a documentary comes out, and I'm hoping there's warts, because I don't want the easy way out. I've gotten quite lucky the last 2 or 3 years. Remember in high school, it was one battle after another for me. So I'm hoping that as time goes on, it'll build a great critical thinking skill set for both me and hopefully others. And I can't have control over what others do. But, Brian, it's Dinovember. Oh, dude, I'm really happy about that. Hopefully, finally, they'll find some mosquito blood inside some amber, and they'll bring them back to life. That'd be cool. Hopefully, that'll doom us before AI does. Death by dinosaurs sounds a lot more fun than Death by AI. Death by AI is just boring. Okay, let's see. Hell yeah, seeing Begonia next week. I don't expect for it to be Poor Things or anything, but expect it to be a little more interesting than Kinds of Kindness. So there you go. Bro won a medal for a thing 2-year-olds be learning. Speaking. Trust me, I just finished learning my alphabet. It's been very hard, and I'm just getting a hang on commas and indents and semicolons and shit. I love Fidio. Ian, can you say a slur? Aw, man. Oh, you missed it. He was about to say it, and then he had to end the call because his mom was there. Bro's gonna fool the whole internet. The stream and the chat are... yeah, I'm trying to meld the two because my convo with Ian really split the whole damn thing apart. Next time shit talks, I delete it. Oh, I forgot that you can do that. And I can't even do anything about it because all the chat's on here. But, yes, I hope that there's going to be multiple things here. Like, I hope that there can be a separation of say what goes on in my work and what all the people at the school know and what I know. In fact, I'm amazed. I'm amazed that my boss at Camp I Can found my blackface school speech, and literally the thumbnail was Judy Garland doing blackface with me setting fire to the object, to the little piece of paper. He watched through that whole thing and still hired me. Perhaps accountability culture's dead. Accountability isn't. I think, I've already given my thoughts on all that, but when Ian puts this out, I've had people ask me. Actually, I had a convo with Dom about this, and Dom asked me, "Bro, how are you going to be okay with people literally having a highlights reel of you saying slurs?" And it's like, I'm going to put a story out if the question gets asked, and I'll go like, "Hey, if the question's about my intent, I don't think my intent should be defined on words I say." And when Ian puts that out, I am happy to say it again. In fact, I love clarifying it. I think it's a thing that a lot of people don't like doing. I'm kind of weird, so I think I'm in an interesting position because I love getting asked these questions, possibly about misunderstandings or me espousing a principle or idea or action that other people might hate about me and might want to go after me for, which has happened before. And last time it happened and people were, making these ridiculous claims, I made a public story about it, and it stopped just like that. I was really expecting more. So ever since then, it's like it's been easy street. I'm waiting for it again. So Ian, let's do it. And also on top of that, the documentary will hopefully be interesting in general. If whatever interests Ian about me, it's gonna be an ode to that. So, when I say warts and all, I don't want for it to just be a big wart sandwich. I want for it to include the positive shit. Anyways, I've gone on a character arc. I'm not deleting that, dude. That's awesome. It's not a highlight reel of you saying slurs. It's way more nuanced. Damn it! Well, it's okay. That's fine. And Ian, just looking at that one clip, I can tell you've become a better editor, and I haven't seen, when it comes to documentary-based storytelling, if it's gotten any better, but there'd be a lot more artistic agency to a more nuanced position. I'm interested to see it, so thank you, Ian. I only say Mexican and white slurs because I'm both of those things. Wait a minute. So is Rocky. Are you guys next door neighbors? Is that why you guys keep coming onto the stream at the exact same time and leave the stream at the exact same time? And gecko slurs. Because I'm a gecko and I'm going to explode. Okay, that's hilarious. But what you can do is you can put some gecko slurs down because I'm uneducated. I'm an uneducated buttered popcorn type fella. Half yellow, half white. So I would like for you to, because again, we come from very different backgrounds. My mom, her side of the family came from Hong Kong, and my dad, his family is one of the original settlers. And also, I'm distantly related to Custer, which is was kind of a crazy find on Ancestry.com. So, I live in Rocky's closet. Duh. I freaking knew it. I knew when I saw Rocky's story. I knew that little weird green finger poking out of the crack of the door on that closet. I knew that was something. Bro's excited for an expose. Well, yeah, because I've seen in the public eye so many people get exposed, and some of them are actually genuinely terrible people, but other people, it's clearly a misunderstanding, and then they just keel over. And I'm seeing these public figures miss huge opportunities to exercise the beauty of American discourse and freedom of speech, and then they teach citizens that these types of surface-level misunderstandings, they'll be rewarded by just me keeling over and bending to your demands so I don't offend you. And I'm just going, that's not good. This is why people don't learn. And that's why Twitter looks the way it does right now. Go to the stream from yesterday about Tyler, the Creator, and how this whole thing involving him getting canceled with every album release is just this never-ending cyclical thing. I just came in and Bro casually drops that he's related to Custer. Yes, okay, listen, that's my dad, all right? And, my mom came in and compensated for the bigotry by mixing her Asian DNA in there, and I'm sure Custer probably hated Asian people, so I think that it's kind of morally on an even keel now. So, but yes, it is true. One of my great-great-great-great-great-grandparents was apparently briefly acquainted with Custer, possibly inseminated by him. I think it's more about how you use the slur instead of what slur is, though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my point, when it comes to what people have said to me, if someone is just quoting, say, I don't know, like a World War II radio transcript and the word zipperhead just so happens to be in there, versus someone slapping me in the face and curb stomping my grandma and saying, get on the ground, zipperhead. Obviously, As Easy E said in an old interview, it depends on how it's delivered, you know? Which I agree. I think you and I see eye to eye on that. Unfortunately, this is not a you and me type game. The internet is a game of publicity and people, anybody, like, even though this stream has like 3 viewers, anybody hypothetically could click on this stream, and there's a lot of people who don't believe in what you and I have agreed on. So my point is that inevitably, with me freely expressing myself, there will inevitably be a point where someone's going to not just disagree, but go on a tirade, an all-out war to get me deplatformed. And I know this because it's happened before. It happened 2 years ago, and then it happened 2 years before that. It's happened 2 to 3 times already at this point. And every single time, perhaps I've just gotten lucky, but me just being transparent and open, and not just that, standing by my actions, because I think that when people's interpretation of my intent does not literally reflect on my actual intent. A great fix for that is me just saying it. Like, hey, you can not take my word if you want to, but I promise you, I don't mean any harm, and this is why I said this thing. I was quoting, I was making a ridiculous joke. Hopefully you know I don't actually support lynchings and etc. Whenever I say those things, you know, there's tons of reasons for people to not believe me and to hate me, but I've been amazed because so far it's all worked out. And it makes me think that maybe this is the solution. And when people get scared and they don't bother clarifying and they just immediately apologize by proxy, they're really squandering themselves of the real solution to the problem. And that's why, for one, I think cancel culture was dumb, still is dumb. It's over. It's not really a thing anymore. I'm seeing less and less of it. But now it's this weird kind of more passive-aggressive version of cancel culture, and I call it accountability culture. And it's when people kind of continue to hold these principles of, like, you know, we're going to socially hold this guy accountable on social media, because for people with a platform, personal private accountability doesn't exist. So if we see something we disagree with, it's up to us. If we don't hold this person accountable, then there is no fix to the solution, and that's clearly incorrect. I think that for a lot of people, there's tons of a personal accountability, and if there is none, that problem will certainly not be solved by random people on Twitter who don't even know who this person is, shouting at them to take accountability. Like, what? Wait, what happened? Lore stream? These damn I feel like I shouldn't even say that. Eye lickers. Jesus. That is a really good gecko slur, actually. That's pretty incredible. I was really thinking that you'd just explode again or just not answer the question, but you didn't explode, and you actually gave me a crazy answer. I'm going to remember that. That sounded so visceral. Like that. I think number one, I think I keep thinking about this. Number one on the list of words that sound like slurs but aren't is sneakerhead. Like, that just sounds so dirty. Sneakerhead is just a phrase for someone who likes shoes, but sneakerhead, why did that have to sound so guttural and grimy? It would seem I'm in the right place, though. Who is Custer? You don't know who Custer is? Dude, you don't know my great uncle? General... How am I misspelling everything today? Custer. Alright. Yeah, he was a guy who had a very particular relationship with the Indians. I like how in the Wikipedia article it talks about his entrance exam. Let's see. Military academy. Oh, he was a New York type guy. Yeah, he's got that East Coast scowl to him. Look at him. Look, I got his eyes. He really looks like a mean fella. Died aged 36. He does not look 36. He looks like he's pushing 50. It's because they didn't have sunscreen in the 1800s, so everybody looked all fucked up back then. But I know what he's mainly known for is Custer's Last Stand, where, let me see. He was killed in battle. Yeah. To simplify it, he was basically involved in the conflict and tension between the U.S. and many of the Plains Indians tribes, including I'm going to pronounce this perfectly because I studied this in 3rd grade with the Kumeyaay, the Lakota Sioux, and the Cheyenne. Hey, Cheyenne, that's the name of one of our viewers. I missed this person. I don't know where she went. Okay. Hold on, let me go back to, that's the wrong person. There. Okay. I'm not from America, little bro. That's West Coast fit. Sorry for your loss. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna miss him so much. I've been looking at pictures of him on my granddad's wall for years. I'm like, if only I could have smelt his mustache. Smelt his moist mustache. This is probably hard. Indeed, we're here for you. Yeah, and again, through a genetic defect, I was born without tear ducts, but if I was, I'd be fucking sobbing right now. Let's see. You said you were deplatformed or something. No. I was not deplatformed, but there were attempts to deplatform me. From Eli and Evan and a couple associates of Caden on their Discord server. And I immediately jumped on the train and made a story talking about, hey, there are people who found that I had a temporary girlfriend at the time. And they cyberstalked and bullied this person, particularly because they found that I have some conservative viewpoints. And they decided, like, hey, let's, and this is literally word for word, let's dox him and his family to find out if he's a pedophile or not. And the pedophilia aspect came from nowhere. And they are really going to the extreme with no foundation, no evidence, and they just didn't like that I politically disagreed with them, because one of the first things that Caden, Avery, and Leonard found out about me was that I politically had disagreements when it came to crime, when it came to the rights of a fertilized egg. So, and by we I mean me. Shit doesn't care. No. Shit tries to be, again. You're the cheerful, very upfront little kid who, I don't know, drinks too much coffee. And Monkey type shit is the emo kid on her phone who is like, oh, is this stream over? Oh, it's so boring. Why is he talking in the talking hole? Discord beef. I know. I wish that the beef could be more dignified. I wish it could be, I don't know, an article in USA Today or something. I wish I could, be having big conflicts with the big boys. But no, it's got to be on the down low on Discord. Trust me, when I tell you I came from the trenches, I mean it. But yeah, I'm distant. You can cancel me for that, I guess. I'm related to Custer. There. Let's give that a shot. Bacon Bagels, speak one more time and I delete your comment. The hell? Hold on. Yeah, I'm guessing Ash stands for assholes. Assholes on the internet just like go off the deep end and attack dog people pretty often. I mean, that's common sense. Yeah. And those misrepresentations are allowed to persist because it's all a question about intent, and no one lets their intent show because people just aren't forthcoming. I'm a little bit of a knucklehead, and I just kind of let my intent show often, even when I don't intend to. And I think that might be a hidden strength. It's definitely a weakness in some contexts, but I like to genuinely say that it's a strength, so that I think that's cool. Dang, it's 2:09. Hey, Mom? Yes. At some point, we are probably going to need to... What else are we going to do? Wash the car?
No, we're not going to walk the dogs. It's fine.
At the dog beach?
Yeah, we were, but no, it's fine. We'll do it.
Why not?
Because the time passed.
The time passed. We still have time.
Low tide is... yeah, look, it's past. It's okay.
God damn it. Well, Snippy's going to be hyper and he's going to eat our door.
We could try tomorrow.
Okay. We could take him to a dog park. He's probably going to try and eat another dog, won't he? God damn it. Yeah, our dog is actually schizophrenic, though. Like, doxing over politics is genuinely such a millennial problem. Got to get over that shit. I know. Well, doesn't matter what form it's in. It doesn't matter if it's over Discord or, I don't know, over, like, Goatsy site live chat or Meth Streams live chat. I don't care. If there's any misunderstanding... Trust me, I will get a Meth Streams account and I will comment on that shit and I will 100% clarify. I think that it's important. It's important to do that, even though I have to realize that I am participating in some of the lamest modern conversations ever. I am contributing to the lamest discourse, and when my kids in 20 years find out that I contributed to it, they're like, Dad, that was really stupid. There's no point. It was a fruitless errand. And I was like, yes, it's true. Real, I love your dog, but shit hates him, I think. Yeah, I know. I will say, my dog is really sweet, but he's got some dysfunctional issues, He's, they're the sweetest dogs at the dog park, and they will go up to him, and my mom believes, somewhat reasonably, that they provoke him. But the way I see it, I see a sweet dog, and Sniffy my dog, that's my dog's name. He's a kind of racist a little bit, you know? And he just doesn't, specifically, what are they called? The Boston Terriers? Yeah, let's go on web exploring mode and find a picture of these little rascals. Whenever my dog sees a dog that looks like this, he will be scarily quiet. And he's, by the way, he's a lab mix with a little bit of pit bull possibly in there. We don't know for sure. It's not confirmed. But is it actually... Yeah, okay, good. I managed to change it to the proper mode or something. Shit, hold on. There. But yeah, every time he sees a dog like this, the dog literally has this facial expression. It's not drooling. It's not giving him the dog equivalent of a middle finger. I don't know what that would look like, but... I mean, I don't know. Maybe just put one paw up and do this, you know? But... It's not being mean from what I can see. Maybe I'm just not perceptive enough. But then he just comes in. He literally Mike Tyson'd one of them too, like 5 years ago. He bit one of their ears off at the local dog park near Solana Ranch, and that it was this sweet old man who literally had these dogs dressed up in bonnets in a baby stroller, and my lab mix with Pitbull in it, my racist dog just fucking gnawed his ear off. It was actually so tragic. My dog be jumping the fences to beef with the street dogs and shit. Gotta get bro put down for real. I know, right? If healthcare in America was better, us Americans could finally achieve what we want, which is to afford to euthanize our dogs sooner. Like, come on, get on it, Democrats. But I think that there was talk of euthanization for my dog, and I'm like, no, we can just get a dog trainer for like half the price of a lethal dosage at a hospital. So we decided to go that route. I think just if we know the proper protocol, we can manage it and we can give our dog a happier, longer life. Because I am emotionally attached to him, which is really bad because now I'm stuck with this fucking smelly animal for the rest of my life, or for the rest of his life, which is probably 3 or 4 more years, you know. I mean, that's an interesting question. Would it be better to watch my dog slowly disintegrate and have his bones break apart and watch him start limping more and more until he can't move and then he has to get put down? Or just put him down right now when he's healthy, you know? The Beatles decided to stop making music at their prime. It would have been much more painful to watch them get worse and worse and then quit. So maybe I gotta put my dog down now while he's nice and healthy and happy. Is actually a speech and debate question. The question was, are pets bad for us? And entertain this idea. Pets are bad for us because, and this is the claim, that we get emotionally attached to these animals. And if we don't have pets, the people who are emotionally, or the things, the living organisms we're emotionally attached to are just other human beings who live for longer. There's a problem that cat lovers and dog lovers go through where those types of people, you step in their house and there's just dog hair in the air. You're like inhaling just these giant swaths of hair, and you know who I'm talking about, the cat ladies and the dog ladies, and they're all very emotionally unstable. And the question is, are these pet-obsessed people, say, I don't know, they were born fucked up and they bought a bunch of pets to emotionally support them, or did they get pets, their first pet died because animals have shorter lifespans than us, and the loss of an animal genuinely affects someone after they get emotionally attached, then they keep getting more animals with shorter lifespans, resulting in a net gain of emotional damage. Especially if you're owning multiple dogs at once. Like, imagine, if I had no dogs right now, my mom's gonna die probably within my lifetime. My dad's gonna die within my lifetime. My grandma's already dead. You know, half and half chance my sister dies within my lifetime because we're around the same age. So, you know, before or after. Again, this is whole lifetime. Like, I'm speaking, I'll probably deal with these losses in my old age. As opposed to, I'll experience all those losses just the same. Plus, I own animals, and I'm gonna experience a serious loss and an emotional bunch of cinder blocks falling on my heart every 7 years, which is around how long, if we were to average down shortest lifespan to longest lifespan, it's like goldfish, frogs. I owned 2 frogs and they both died, and I'm just not getting any more because I'm just like, yeah, frogs live and they die quite quickly. I'm not going to put myself through that. That's also why we got rid of the aquarium. So the case made by our speech and debate team is owning pets actually makes your life less mentally healthy because of the shorter lifespans of the animals. You encounter more personal loss. And that's why you have to, like, if your animal dies and you no longer have an animal in the house and you're already emotionally attached, what do? You get another animal, maybe even multiple more animals, and then you end up getting dragged into it. And you see these like 50, 60-year-old ladies who have owned dozens upon dozens of pets, and they've gone through like 3 lifetimes worth of loss, and they're fucked. Like, I've interacted with some of these people, and they're not even real people anymore. Their brain is numb. It's just pure mental anesthesia through loss. So, Belly Up Stevie says, "Where's the paper? The paper's in my pocket. Trust me, I made it. I'm rich. I have a whole $6 in my account." But yeah, that's the claim. A net gain of emotional damage. That is hard to rebut, but I will say you could argue that, listen, is there net gain from owning a dog? Like, listen, would it be better to have someone who you love and lose them than to have them at all? You know, like having an absent father who you never meet, never even know if they're alive or dead. That's incredibly emotionally damaging. Absence makes the heart grow less. I don't know, right? You could argue that, you know, obviously you're only focusing on the fact that these animals die, but the fact that you had these animals, you still have companionship. That's a net gain, and the loss is there, but what's the proportion of loss? And again, it's really up to how a person interprets it. How I process loss determines the damage. That's what's crazy about psychology. It's like I really create the outcome here. I have a lot more control than I think I do. So depending on how I process the loss, because some people process loss very unhealthily and then get 5 new dogs, or I can just take some time and then get another dog. I think it depends on the person. So it's kind of a never-ending debate, but it is a cool question to propose. It's like, okay, we can pretend like there's a mental health epidemic. With some people there is with animals, you know, so. But honestly, for those people, you could make the argument that they were so fucked from the get-go. If they weren't going to attach themselves to animals, they would have attached themselves to something else. I don't know, the ants on the sidewalk outside, or actual people. That would have been unhealthy. At least dogs can't perceive human emotional attachment to them. They're blissfully unaware. They don't give a shit. When it comes to unhealthy attachment to, you know, to that people have towards other actual human beings, the negative effects of that are twofold. Because then you have another person going, holy shit, this guy's really obsessing about me dying, or obsessing about, you know, my terminal illness, and I'm gonna die, and I know that I'm causing so much more pain. That causes me pain. That makes me less mentally healthy. So anyways, those are some kind of loose rebuttals to that one, but that's interesting. Don't kill him yet. I know, I've convinced myself already. I'm not entertaining. I know, it's quite a discussion. Don't attach emotionally to animals. No, I'm saying it can, for some people, be a net loss. You're not making it. I agree it might be emotionally draining for some people, but also pets are some people's only reason they don't commit suicide. Exactly. That's my rebuttal. I'm going, the net gain for pets, it really saves people. And I think there's a lot of people who are very healthily preparing themselves for the loss of a pet when it happens. And when it happens, I think overall, as long as you process it properly and emotionally, it depends on what type of person you are, but it'll be healthy. And I also think that in debate, we call this a non-unique argument, because the claim is like, okay, you're going to have people who are unhealthily coping with loss, and that's non-unique because it already would be happening anyways, right? Non-unique means this is not unique to this particular scenario. So, like, for all of the unhealthy cat people or unhealthy dog people, it's like, there's always going to be people. If there were no pets in existence and it was just us and, I don't know, some lizards or some shit, you'd still have people consuming alcohol, coping unhealthily, committing suicide. That would still undoubtedly exist without pets even being part of the equation. And the claim that that amount of unhealthiness would increase, no. This is the same. In fact, it reminds me of like video games cause violence. I remember when Trump made the claim that the reason why the Parkland shooting happened was because of gruesome and grisly video games. And it's like, yeah, the Columbine boys liked Doom, but they liked Doom because they were obsessed with death. If you look at the Columbine tapes, they didn't even know what Doom was until after they made the choice to already start planning the shooting. These kids were already fucked, and their poisonous mindset was going to attach them to anything. If Doom didn't exist, they would have attached to some other thing. They probably would have read Catcher in the Rye or something like that. So it's a really interesting argument, but I don't see any basis in it, because all in all, crazy people are going to be crazy, depressed people are going to be depressed, and they can figure out a solution, but I see no evidence there's an increase They would be depressed and they would attach themselves to something else regardless. Your life. Oh, what's up, lizard dude? And then monkey type shit says right underneath, your life means nothing. I'm sorry. I think I might have hit a soft spot with the pet discussion. I'm sorry. I apologize. It's an interesting discussion, though. You got to admit, it's interesting. Are you guys arguing to kill me? Yeah, actually, listen, Mr. Gecko, monkey type shit and I know mommy and daddy are talking here. The two of us are discussing whether to put you down, but you're just going to go to Gecko Heaven, and it's a lot better over there than on the talking hole. The talking hole is kind of purgatory. This is where you wait to. This is your kind of this is your community service period. All right, you're stuck in purgatory right here, and we'll decide whether or not to send you to Gecko Heaven or Gecko Hell. We'll see. Excuse me. Please don't kill me. It's gonna happen anyways. I don't know if you realize this, but I know you're only 3 years old, but you're like literally 73 in Gecko years. Okay, so it was gonna happen anyways. Heaven. Laughing, crying emoji. All right, everybody, I think this was a very good talking hole. I'm slowly figuring out how to do it right. I gotta hang out with my mother. I'm gonna figure out how she's doing. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe not. What else could there be? I have no set end date on this, so we could just keep going. I don't know, how long have you been streaming for? Let me ask that. Only 110 measly minutes. What the fuck? Okay, we gotta go a little further than that, because I'm in a good mood right now. Feel free to ask me any other questions. I think we've gone into a lot of great territory. When the documentary by Ian comes out, I will be very happy to platform it. You'll see it. I might even make a separate video talking about it. I will say, I wanted to keep this a secret, but I'm going to release a video on this channel very soon, and it's going to be a risky one. It's a risky video because I'm going up against some corporations. But it's partially about this. It's about the San Diego International Film Festival, and a bit of a fucked up PR move. And I'm not gonna say any more, man, because it'll be fun just to tell the story, because you guys aren't even gonna click on the damn video if I tell it all here. So, W mom, bring mom to the stream. Okay. She's busy, but I think she's good at multitasking. She's helped me with my homework and done the dishes at the same time, so she can multitask.
I know. But what about? Okay, so
Hey,
I
Mom.
have snail mail. Yeah.
They said there's a viewer request, bring mom into the stream, so
Hello.
you're here. This is the talking hole. Feel free to talk about anything. But also, I think they'll appreciate your presence, your supportiveness. Again, she's the reason I even have a room to stream in, you know? So, when the documentary drops, we are all turning on you. I cannot wait, including my mom. I can't wait for my mom to cancel me. I've always wanted to be canceled by my own mother.
Okay.
She's talking on the talking hole, but she's talking to her husband, who she's playing Baldur's Gate 3 with, who is also circumstantially my dad. Let me clarify. And then Mr. Gecko says, hi, Mom.
Hello. Hi.
And we don't know how old Mr. Gecko is. Like, he could be like 27, or he could be like 3 years old. We don't know how old he is. And based on his chats, it could be anything. He's made it very ambiguous. Let's see. Brian exposed. W mom with a heart. That's what monkey type shit just said.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and again,
No, I
like,
think,
they
I think
play.
that's nice. I don't know.
No.
what
W
is.
mom with a heart emoji in internet jargon means you're awesome. That's what it means.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a very nice thing.
Yeah, and I will say this: they play the tough guy when it comes to me, because it's probably just guy talk. It's kind of frat boy flexing their muscles and flexing their nips and stuff. But like when it comes to the mom, the fact that they're nice to you, I think shows that they care, and that's the sweetest shit ever.
Yeah, that was very nice. Yes. Okay.
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 Hi, nice to meet you, Brian mom. Yeah, just know that my mom's totally okay with you calling me. I put my phone number in the chat and you still haven't called, so I'd like to get to know your mom, Rocky, and why is she weird? Mom, I'm about to explode in 5 minutes. It's fine. He's not here, so you won't deal with any of the negative effects.
Okay.
And that's my mom on the talk. She's playing a video game, so she's focused on that. But there you go. That's my mom. Ugh. Let's go back to the iconic waffle balloon thing. because that's what's brandable. I remember I did one stream with the green screen in my dad's office, and everybody's like, "Where the fuck is the waffle balloon?" You guys don't remember the backstory behind this waffle balloon. It was a friend of mine named Emerald. She made this. It was a New Year's Eve party literally 3 years ago, and we forgot to take it down. It's still here because we had a New Year's Eve celebration, and I don't know why we didn't take this down. It's not even good. I don't know why it's there. I think it did really tie the room together, though, so maybe that's it. Brian's mom, your son Brian's a very nice man. Oh, no, she'll never know. I already left. How is she going to know that her son's nice? Well, thank you, Rocky. That's very nice of you to say. And if only my mom knew how attractive you think her son is, so... Thank you. God bless. Mwah. Yeah. Let's see. Brian, tell your mom I'm sorry the sheets were cold last night. Hey, Mom. Mr. Gecko says he's sorry that the sheets were cold last night. Whatever the hell that means. I assume you'd know about that. She says she has no idea what the hell you're talking about. Monkey type shit says mom disappointed. That balloon thing is a religion for some people. Yeah, I know. I am wondering about that. That is weird. You know, if anybody at any point, Buddhist or Mormon, no matter what religion, if you pray to this balloon, just know I support you in your religious journey. Perhaps this is, that's God's security camera, man. He's watching the whole stream. Because again, in the talking hole, we talk about everything. We talk about the world, the universe, Brexit, everything. So just know, it's not just me you're talking to. God's watching. The bed sheets were cold. Well, my bed sheets certainly weren't, but I know you're talking about monkey type shit says band gecko. Do I have to just go and look up? Because again, you guys are way more privy in vernacular than I am, so let me... Okay. Cold bed sheets refers to bedding designed to help you stay cool by drawing heat and moisture away from your body. These sheets are made from breathable, lightweight materials like cotton, percale, linen, or eucalyptus, and often have a moisture-wicking and evaporative property that helps dissipate body heat, preventing you from overheating at night. How they work: breathability. The weave of the fabric allows for better airflow, preventing heat from getting trapped. Moisture-wicking. The sheets absorb sweat from your skin and move it to the surface of the fabric, where it can evaporate quickly. Heat dissipation, like fabrics that trap heat. Cooling sheets pull heat away from your body, as well as temperature regulation. By using these methods, cooling sheets help support your body's natural cooling process that happens during sleep, leading to a deeper, more restorative rest. What to look for: materials look for natural, breathable fabrics such as cotton, percale, that's a weird-ass word, linen, or bamboo weave. Percale weaves are generally cooler than sateen waves, which have a tighter weave that traps more heat. Thread count, while higher thread counts don't always mean cooler sheets. A good quality lower thread count on the right material can be more effective than the highest thread count. AI responses may include mistakes. Thank you. All right. Well, thank you, Mr. Gecko. You learn a new thing every day. Never mind, the joke flew over his head. I don't know what you're even talking. Was there a joke there? Or, oh well, you know, I thought you were just trying to educate on the bed sheets or something. Monkey type shit says, nah, he dead ass. Well, just know my mom feels like she got educated too, because she's been listening this whole time to Gemini AI's summation on bedsheet material, so this is very cool. I'd like to round this out with a little bit of a tradition. It's been a little while, but I'd like to go back to Mid-West Safety. We're just going to see what they posted this time, and we're going to give it a shot. Tell me if the sound sounds fucked up. Actually, don't tell me, because you guys are just going to troll. I'm going to find the most interesting one here. Dude, everybody thinks they're above the law. Damn, suspect tries to assassinate the police chief. Oh, did I actually change? Okay, no, we're good, we're good. Robber learns deadly lesson about electricity. How is this allowed on YouTube? Child predator gets caught. We have to watch this one.
Parents of children who play Roblox. If your child was sexually exploited, abused, or pressured to share...
Here, come here for a second.
Everything but playing a game. Hey, listen, I'm still working on the Steam thing, and we'll get an application capture maybe next week or the week after, and I actually have Cuphead. I just don't know how to connect an Xbox controller, because I'm not playing Cuphead with a fucking trackpad in WASD. Like, come on now. Get real.
Come down here, girl. Come down. Hey, what's up, man? Come down here. Come on down here now.
I'm saying...
Nope, you need to come down here with all three. Come on down. Raymond?
the children who are about to get engaged, you know? So this is...
Come on down here, man.
Unless those are grown-ups and they're just his accomplices.
We just gotta talk to all three of you, okay? All right. Keep your hand where I can see it, man.
26, verify all three.
Come on down here, okay?
All three.
Rocky says I talk faster than Eminem. Thank you. Also, let's just test and make sure the audio is, you know, audible. You know, so this is...
Come on down here, man.
That's really fucking loud. Okay, I'm glad I listened to my own stream, so I can...
All right. So we just gotta talk to you, okay? All right. Keep your hand where I can see it, man.
26, verify all three.
Come on down here, okay?
So loud. Rocky says I talk faster than Eminem. Shut up, shut up. Okay, I hate the delay. It's so annoying. You know, audible.
Come on down here, man.
That's really fucking loud. Okay, I'm glad I listened to my own stream, so I can... Yeah, I'm trying to do that too right now.
So we just gotta talk to you, okay? All right. Keep your hand where I can see it, man.
It's still loud. So loud. Come on, man. There's got to be a way to... Okay.
So why don't we just go stand right here? All right. All right. So this is what we got, man.
The screen capture sound is on. Okay. Okay, hold on. I'm so sorry. We're clearly not just watching this movie or this video anymore. This clearly is he gonna escape? I wonder. But let's actually just make sure the audio works. Hold on. I'm so sorry. We're clearly not just watching this movie or this video anymore. This clearly is he gonna escape? I wonder. But let's actually just make sure the audio works. Oh shit! I forgot to. Hold on. I'm so sorry. We're clearly not just watching this movie or this video anymore. This clearly What the hell's happening? Okay, I think I forgot to play the video, and I'm just watching myself watch myself. Okay.
All right. So we just gotta
I
talk
think
to you,
the
okay?
computer volume went up.
So why don't we just go
I'm guessing
stand right
this guy, orange hoodie guy, he's the guy.
All right.
Okay, now let's try this again. That's perfect. Perfect sound levels. Okay,
So
it's
this is what we
because
got, man.
the screen capture volume. Why do they even have that if it's just going to be on top of mic/aux with art, which already has every single thing that'd be in the computer anyways, audio-wise? Why the fuck? I don't even know. All right.
We got some information out of Iowa that these girls here are runaways from Iowa. Okay, can you keep your hands
Dang.
straight, boss?
Okay,
Man.
so this is not just a guy from the supermarket trying to schedule a meetup on Omegle with some underage person. These are actual human trafficking victims. That's a whole other level too. I mean, it is a real problem. You know, happens on the down low.
No, it's cold.
Well,
And-
not anymore. This fool just got caught.
You were the last known person that we have on security camera with the girls at Platteville and Walmart yesterday. Okay, so Iowa wanted us to come here, check with the girls. They want us to get the girls in touch with them at this point.
Thought Iowa was the name of a person. Like, it's crazy name, but no. The state of Iowa, the government of Iowa, the state government. You know. Okay.
You're not in any kind of trouble at this point. There's no charges or anything like that for you. But obviously, we wanted to talk about, you know, where you.
You're gonna see me on this channel. I know. Local streamer thinks he's above the law.
Girls came from, how you guys ended up kind of getting in contact with each other. It's kind of
Actually, interestingly enough, when I did get arrested because people thought that I was an assassin, there is, I believe, body cam video of that. There's a body cam video of me, and I mainly was just talking about Pixar movies with these guys, and they started the conversation. And again, that was no charges were placed because they knew that I wasn't an assassin. They took one look at my zit-covered face, and they're like, there's no way this guy is successfully assassinating any prime ministers ever. So no charges were placed, but I think there's a body cam video of that somewhere. Maybe it's on this exact channel, but I was not... I mean, I was arrested. They didn't even cuff me. They saw me as such a non-threat. So, I don't know. Maybe fucking... I think it was a big nothing sandwich, but technically, I got a lot closer to a scenario like this than, people think. So, there you go. And then Monkey Type Shit says, fake story. Well, when the body cam footage comes out on Midwest Safety tomorrow or something like that, then you'll know. But I love how my mom's laughing about it because she does remember when it happened, and it was stressful for all my parents, but
where we're at with it, okay? I guess what can you tell me, man, on how you came in contact with the girls?
Well, I mean, honestly, I'm chilling, man. I'm just
okay.
So yeah, you were 100% proven to be trafficking these 3 girls, and how did you how did this come to be? And also, you were caught on security camera. It's irrefutable evidence. What's your defense? And then his response is, I'm chilling. I'm just chilling. We out here. That's classic right there.
Okay.
They cool. I don't know.
So you picked them up where, in Dubuque somewhere, or where at?
Yeah, Iowa. That's
Over in Iowa. Okay. Are you living here then? You working here? What?
That's incredible, because we were having a conversation yesterday about how fucking nothing happens in Iowa. It's a nothing state. It's the potato capital of the world, and that's about it. A bunch of farmers grow potatoes there. I guess once every 5 years, a child predator traffics some teens because he knows that it's the last state anyone would look for him over there, because nothing happens in Iowa, ever. It's like in the big cluster of flyover states, it's smack dab in the middle of them. It's one of the most boring states ever. Nothing happens there. So I'm amazed that, we got an actual significant national Iowa event. So, hey, Iowa recognition. Round of applause for that. Okay.
Okay. So which ones? You're who?
Stressful. They was hoping you'd get arrested. My parents, I think my parents saw my initial getting taken into police custody. They saw it as a character growth moment. But, I have not matured since then. If anything, I've gotten worse. So.
Lucy, what's your last name? Okay.
No. Potato capital of America. Not yet. Ireland does have them outdone, but yeah, Iowa. You could annex Iowa from existence and no one would even notice.
You got anybody else that's with you then? No. Just you 3. Okay. And you guys were at the Walmart yesterday.
Okay. With all due respect to Midwest Safety, this is 15 minutes and it's mostly just conversation like this. So.
You're not a runaway. What are you then?
19.
You're 19. Where are you from? Because we got information that he is with 2 runaways from Iowa, and we've got detectives in Iowa that are looking to get information. That's why we're here. Okay. So, and what's your name? The other one. What's your name? It's not a game. Okay.
Name is Angel. That is so not a normal name in a situation like this. If your name's Angel, you're definitely getting trafficked. That is definitely a fake child trafficking surname that you'd give somebody. That's messed up right there.
You got a phone number where we can reach you if we had any other kind of questions.
No Subway Surfers video.
Okay. Appreciate you being cooperative, with me, man.
That's not funny. I don't know why I laughed at that. That's not.
Where were you guys getting ready to head now?
Well, I was just gonna go grab some bread. That's all.
From the bread store? He was going to take them to Panera and get them a baguette. That's what he wanted to do. Officer, why are you stopping this innocent man? He's trying to get baguettes.
What are we leaving Iowa for? Like, what do we got going on over there? Okay. Let me call that guy here real quick and see what he wants to do here. How long you guys been here?
Well, I've been here for long. They just passed through on the way.
What's your guys' plan on where you're trying to head?
Still figuring it out.
Trying to figure it out. Hello? Yeah. Hey, is this detective I just spoke with? This is Deputy Underwood. So we are currently out with Raymond and 2 females. One of them is telling us that her name is Lucy. And what's your name again? Angel? Angel what?
I think that was the most interesting part. The initial denial. We're gonna skip to the end here. What happened here? They already charged him halfway through the video. Oh my god.
With Wix.
Yeah, you guys are gonna get on my ass for not having an ad blocker.
Counts of transporting an individual in.
He did get arrested, didn't he? Where does he get busted?
Like, I'm just write down my info, and we good. I'm gonna give y'all my number.
All right, let's come out here.
It's okay, y'all good.
Hey, Raymond, you need a pen? I got a pen. We can write something. Hey, no, stop! Don't go anywhere.
Stop! Come on. I'm not trying to hurt you or get you in trouble, okay? Don't make this job more difficult than it needs to.
You know, the most difficult part about these scenarios is the fact that, like, the girls are, like, they're on board. They're like, they're not being cooperative, which makes it more difficult, There are scenarios where, the victim's kind of like, get me the hell out of here. But, that's what happens with brainwashing. I'm very curious as to how that works. Because, again, I don't know this gentleman, but I think it is unequivocal that there is human trafficking going on here. And when that happens, I'm curious as to how those conversations happen. He's really got to turn the charisma on in order to really pull the Jedi mind trick off. Make it 2.5 or something. You're rich just but free. Yeah, I'm good.
I got your shoes.
I know single thing this guy is saying is so not believable. So I'm just wondering if, like, whatever charm he used on these girls, can't he just turn it on with the officer?
Car. I'm trying to help you guys. I don't know what you guys have going on back home.
To be fair, these girls probably just hate their parents or something. Again, They came from Iowa. And fucking nothing happens in Iowa. Imagine the awesome, crazy Sunday night game nights that are gonna happen in Iowa with Iowa families. Nothing. All they do is they, I don't know, they eat French fries, sit down, go to Burger King, and they pick their noses and flick their boogers at the wall. That's all Iowa parents do. So.
I understand we have certain things we have to do, okay? No, I'm not gonna do that. Not after what just happened, okay? You got anything on you? No. Stop. Do you have any weapons?
They're 13. What do you expect? That's what I'm saying. I mean, listen, there are. I mean, I'm not going to say that every 13-year-old can't stand up for themselves, though. I think there's plenty of people that age who. Yeah, but I mean, these two very clearly are. They got a different intent. It's not mind blowing or anything. I know this stuff happens. It is just interesting. It's interesting because, you'd associate a victim with an unwilling participant, but as it often happens, they're like, no, he's cool. He's awesome. He goes to the bread store and gets us bread.
No. Any kind of drugs, anything like that? Okay, I'm gonna pat down your pockets, okay? Everything's on body cam, all right?
Then you're gonna feed them good for a week and they start trusting you. After that, it's easy. Right? Yeah, exactly. I mean, listen, maybe compared to Iowa parents, we don't know how abusive and fucked up they are. So maybe this guy's actually giving them a net benefit in life. And they're like, damn, we were actually gonna go to the bread store. My Iowa parents never did that. So maybe you're right. I got arrested at my school for screaming at my school bathroom. You were screaming at your school bathroom, just at the room. Why would you do that? Or you were screaming in the school bathroom because you were constipated. That would have had to be a guttural scream. When was this? Because after the George Floyd incident, that's when the body cam stuff started becoming mandatory. So if it happened recently, maybe it's on this video. Maybe you're one of the fellas in this video.
Okay, move this all the way for me. Do you have anything in these here? Okay.
Wait, they already arrested the guy. Wait, the last thing that happened is they got...
All right.
And then they try to run away. So the fella in the orange jumper is still in this building. Well, they charged him, and then what? Did they arrest the guy, or... Oh, no, this is a whole separate story.
No, I'm a big kid.
Oh.
They're just getting, like, lazy. They're just smashing a bunch of shit together. This is a completely different case.
What is your guys' problem?
Hold on, what's the context for this? We gotta know
A
the
28-year-old male who has a felony warrant for his arrest due to him repeatedly attempting to contact a young female victim. Officers show up at the door of his family's house,
It's thematic, It's funny hearing this guy narrate at 2 times speed.
where he is currently staying.
Oh, God. They do that? Oh, no, that's their house alarm. Damn, it's an upper-income house. Look at that. That alarm probably cost $20,000 alone. Look at that. That's like 3 Michelin meals.
There we go. Sorry to wake everybody up.
All right, Michael.
Are you Bryce?
Yeah, I thought some kid was banging on our door.
No, I'm a big kid.
Oh.
Hey, listen, we got a call about you tonight, okay?
I'm a big kid.
Okay.
So we have to ask you some questions.
That alone is an iconic line right there. I am totally okay with that. Man, this police officer's got the sauce. Let's put...
Police department.
There, now we'll go off.
There we go. Sorry to wake everybody up.
Works all right. I'm like,
Are you Bryce?
yeah, I thought some kid was banging on our door.
No,
Oh, I'm a big kid.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, we got a call about you tonight, okay?
Okay.
So we have to ask you some questions.
My aunt literally just died, so.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Well,
You see, when he says his aunt just died, that's his way of saying, no, I'm not gonna talk to you guys. I love how they pull the, it's that Nathan Fielder thing. Yeah, sorry, my grandma has brain cancer. Can I take this table real quick? I love that.
So can you come over here for a minute?
okay.
It's like Jeffy's house. Who the fuck is Jeffy? What are you even talking about?
I don't trust you at
No
all.
idea what
I
you're
don't know
talking
what's
about.
going
Freshman
on.
year 2023. Yeah, you're definitely on this channel right now. Local middle school shitter in bathroom thinks he's above the law.
We're the police department, Bryce.
I'm a little kid now.
Okay.
Okay.
You're Bryce Witchy?
Yeah, I am.
What's your date of birth?
I'm amazing, so I don't know what your problem is. I don't know what
I'm amazing. I like the mother steps in. Stop saying you're amazing.
what is your guys'
Shit really went downhill right when he proclaimed that he was amazing. That's funny. Stop. Don't do that. He's amazing. Why are you giving him a hard time?
Please stop. Stop. I'm not. Don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. What? No. Don't shoot him.
We're not going to shoot him here. Calm down. Calm. I understand.
This is not an explicit comment on his moral content of his character, but I came up in many special education classrooms, and I currently preside for my job in special education classrooms. This guy has something. Yeah, I don't think he understands every single rule of the world, and I certainly don't either. I got same type of stuff diagnosis-wise, maybe not moral content-wise. Again, so far from what I've seen, I don't know what this guy is actually done. But I mean, if he's in a compilation like this, I think he got busted. But he's amazing.
Understand.
I'm freaking out.
Right.
What's going on? What have I done?
Of course, your special ed. I've been so that's like one of the most commonly talked about things because people in stream keep bringing it up. It's actually weird that I bring it up now unsolicited, but yes. Once there was a shit so big in the school toilet, it became a tourist attraction. It's like that South Park episode. Who can lay the biggest shit competition? I totally would compete in that. Just give me a little bit of time. The walls in my big intestines, they can stretch out big, and I can totally get at least second place. I should have taken pictures, but you should have seen some of these shits. I think you DM'd me for pictures of my shit just to verify, and unfortunately, I think they got deleted, so I don't know where that went. But I'm gonna get new shit pictures, and I'll make sure to send them to you when I feel a big one coming up. Maybe after the next Michelin meal. Those Michelin meals have like 15 courses, so there'll be a lot of shit to lay.
Oh my god, oh my god!
Put your hands behind your back. Bryce, stop! Stop resisting. Bryce, stop! Bryce, stop! Under arrest, stop!
And this is the point where I think we're past the most interesting parts, because he said he was amazing, and then the cop said that he was a big kid, and then he's gotten arrested. The rest is...
I'm really, really sorry.
Just dropped dead like 2 days ago, just in the middle of the morning.
Their aunt is probably verified dead, and then he cries about it, and then he gets taken in and gets about 5 years on parole. All right, well, I mean, that's how upper income stuff works. And that is our little epilogue Midwest safety video of the week. Thank you guys for catching the talking hole. We entered the hole and we talked. Blah, blah, blah. Yada, yada, yada. I'll see you on the next stream, and there's going to be a new video coming out in the next 3 to 4 to 15 days. I'm going to try and edit it as soon as possible. And let me catch up on chat briefly. Brian will love Jeffy. I'll look it up next week. Can we watch those videos where predator catchers throw... Yes, the one where the guy... It's this guy who's like more wide than he is tall, and he's walking down a supermarket aisle, and a guy fucking rams a shopping cart. And okay, fuck it, we're gonna go there. Hold on. Child predator gets rammed with shopping cart. Come on. Is this the one? Oh, wow, like 4 different videos popped up. That's fucked. Come on, man. Is it this one?
He's got mental health conditions,
It's
but
like a 20-second video.
that doesn't justify his actions. What the fuck was that?
Oh, wait, am I doing the thing? No, I'm not. God damn it. Okay, here we go.
He's got mental health conditions, but that doesn't justify his actions. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
I agree with you.
What's wrong with you?
20-second clip. Stop it. Stop it. Arrest him. You should just call 911 instead of having some random-ass World Star hip-hop video in a supermarket for extra clicks. All that needs to happen is for the man to get arrested and charged. All right, let's catch up on chat and let's dip out of here. But I'm glad I was able to find that video. Now, that's a great way to cap off this stream. I miss my son. I'm about to come. Great, thank you. Bye, Brienne. Let's go. Movie day. The accent is the funniest part. Yeah, I know. What the fuck was that, man? What the fuck? I can't do it. I have to practice it in the mirror. And with all of that said, I gotta go and practice my accent in the mirror, and I can't do that when I'm streaming. So, guys, thank you so much for catching Talking Hole stream number 5. Make sure to live, laugh, cry, and also not die. And until next time, this is goodbye. See you fellas soon. 3, 2, 1. We are done.